Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Grayson. I am a content creator as well as a Twitch streamer. And I'm coming today to share with you guys my experience on Twitch so far. I've been streaming for a few months now. And specifically, I wanted to share with you guys how I hit affiliate and got my first few subscribers. When I first started on Twitch, I watched a ton of videos, a lot of different content from really big creators sharing their insight into how to make it on Twitch. And while there was some really valuable information, there were also some things that really worked well for me as a brand new small creator that I thought might be valuable for some of you out there. So I just want to share with you a little bit of the journey that I've been on the past couple of months, how I've begun building a community that's really established at this point and starting to thrive, as well as some of the things that, in hindsight's 2020, some of the things that I wish I'd done maybe a little bit different or a little bit sooner, or a little bit more deliberately, or poured more energy into earlier on. So we'll start with just a little bit of the journey and kind of my own tips of the things that worked for me and how I have, over the course of just a few months here, gotten well over 100, 150 some odd followers, as well as around 40 subscribers. And then we'll move into some of the stuff I wish I had done different. So first of all, I want to talk a little bit about, for those of you that aren't familiar with all of the ins and outs, a little bit about what a Twitch affiliate is. And a Twitch affiliate is really the first step you take when you start streaming on Twitch to move towards being able to monetize or make money off of your Twitch channel. And there's 3 criteria you have to meet to become a Twitch affiliate. You have to stream a certain amount of time for a total of 8 hours. I believe this is over a rolling 30-day period. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it's over a rolling 30-day period. You have to have streamed for 8 hours. You have to have streamed 7 different days. And those are pretty easy, those are just time-based, the amount of energy you can put into it. And honestly, if you can't stream that much over a 30-day period, you're gonna struggle anyways. But you have to hit those 2. And then there's 2 that are a little bit harder when you wanna hit affiliate. And the first one is you have to have 50 followers, 50 people following your Twitch channel. They're not paying or anything, it's follows just like on Instagram or something like that. And then the next one, which is really where it seems as if a lot of people struggle, you have to hit 3 concurrent viewers on average over your streams, again, over this 30-day period. And those last 2, the 50 followers and specifically the 3 concurrent viewers, are where a lot of people seem to struggle when they're trying to get over that hump into the affiliate phase, and it was for me. So I've been affiliate for a while now. In fact, I've been an affiliate since the end of May, the very end of May. And my first stream was April the 17th. So it took me just over a month to hit affiliate, which on one hand is kind of fast, but I think there's some things I could have done better that would have helped me hit it even faster had I known at the time. But I want to start with a couple of things that really have worked for me in building up my concurrent viewership to where I'm now averaging closer to 10 viewers, concurrent viewers on all of my streams, as well as I've surpassed the 40 subscriber mark, which has been really cool, and over 150 followers from the start, again, April 17th to today, it's actually July 14th when I'm recording this. So there's really 3 things that I think attributed and have attributed to me having the success, call it minor, call it somewhat large, whatever your definition is of success, what I view as my own personal success on Twitch so far, and it falls into 3 things. The first thing was something that you may find in other videos, and it's really just this idea of getting your feet off the ground. That oftentimes when you get onto Twitch and you look at a game, let's take something like League of Legends or Counter-Strike or Warzone or one of these big games, GTA, when you open up these games on Twitch, you can scroll down through page after page after page of people that are live streaming these games. But what you'll discover once you move down a little bit is that there are pages and pages of people streaming to 0 or 1 viewers, streaming to essentially nobody. And so if you can have 3, 4, 5 viewers, you are automatically shooting yourself way up above the rest of the fray. And so for me, the way that I jumped immediately up to the 3, 4, 5 viewer mark is I decided, you know what? There's some borderline even embarrassment that I'm trying to do this streaming thing. There's some uncertainty. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't wanna be embarrassed by failing, but I don't care. I'm gonna go ahead and step out and communicate to my friends and family that I'm doing this and actually ask them for help. And so what I did is I actually got some of my friends, some of my family members to go ahead and some of them already had Twitch accounts, some of them didn't yet, go ahead and make accounts. And then when I was gonna go live, I would text those friends and family members and say, hey, I'm jumping on. If you can hop on the stream and go and help my viewer count go up, that would be incredibly awesome and helpful. And some of them did it, some of them didn't. But what this allowed me to do was have real live viewers there, and it allowed me to jump above the fray of those that were streaming to 0 or 1 people. Really, the truth is you should never be streaming to 0 or 1 person. You should always be reaching to people and getting them to just open your stream up for them. Now, there's some terms of service stuff here. You can't just go make a bunch of your own accounts and be like botting on your own, be view botting on your own account or things like that. That's not what I'm pushing here. I'm pushing for you to invest in the relationships that you already have and ask them to jump on your stream just to boost you up, so that on the off chance people are scrolling through lower view streams, you happen to pop up when they're looking. Now, I understand that there's a couple of barriers that may present themselves to some of you when it comes to this. One of them being just embarrassment. You're just a little bit afraid to tell friends or family or to ask, or you're afraid they're not gonna be supportive. And listen, I totally understand that. And at some point it has to be a question of, what do you really want, right? Do you really want to be able to give this stream thing a shot and give this thing a real go? Well, then you've got to overcome some of those feelings of embarrassment and shame and recognize that most of the people in your life, even if they poke fun at you or give you a little bit of a hard time, they also want you to be happy and want you to succeed. And over the course of time, if you prove that you're diligent and dedicated to this, they're gonna fall in and they're gonna support you. And the people that don't ever weren't really good friends anyways, and probably don't need to be heavily involved in your life anyways. So I'd really encourage you, reach out to relationships and contacts, try to get some people on there so that you're able to have some of those initial viewers. And that was one of the first steps I took. Again, this is a tip you can find on other channels, lots of people talk about, and so this isn't unique to me, but these other two are two things that I feel like really helped me solidify my current position and really helped me solidify the community that I'm building and that I'm developing so far. The second thing, right, or the first of these other two items. So we talked about already making sure that you have some viewers. But the second thing that I did that I felt like was unique, that I actually didn't see anybody else talk about, but just made sense and has really worked, is this overarching community investment, really investing in the people that jump into your stream. And even more specifically, the very tactical thing that worked really well for me is investing time and energy in a Discord server. Creating your own server in Discord and inviting the people that you're playing with into your Discord, inviting the people that begin following your channel into your Discord. Now, I got really lucky, and one of my early followers that I met playing games happened to be pretty decent at Discord and was able to help me get everything rolling. But there's tons of videos. By the way, shout out Fox. Let's make sure he gets his credit. Fox helped me really get the Discord set up. But if you don't have someone like that, there are tons and tons and tons of videos on YouTube about how to set up a Discord, and you just need to make up something basic. Give yourself some game channels for people to hop in if they're playing certain games, make a memes channel, make just a general chat, but create this hub, create this community center, call it the lunchroom, whatever. Create this environment for the people that are beginning to follow you and jump into your community to be able to stay connected, even when you're not on stream. I really feel like creating this Discord has helped immensely with creating a sense of community for the people that are following my stream. And then the third very tactical strategy I would encourage you, and this is very specific and unique, but it was what worked for me, and maybe you can take this and mold it into your own sort of strategy, is to be very strategic with the game that you pick. Now, a lot of other, channels that talk about stream growth talk a lot about being specific with the game you pick, and they really recommend that you pick a game with not a lot of viewers. Now, I totally understand that, because then it's less saturated, you have more chance of being seen because not as many people are there streaming that game. I totally get it, and I don't think that that's a bad strategy. For me, I picked as one of my main games that I stream, one of the most popular games, but I did it for a really specific reason. One of the most primary games that I stream is Counter-Strike, CSGO. And the reason that Counter-Strike has been so effective for me in stream growth is that you have voice comms the whole game. And most people who play Counter-Strike have a mic and are on the voice comms. So let's compare two games that I really love as it relates to this. Counter-Strike, which is the one I chose and really focused on, and then a game like League of Legends that I really love as well. In League of Legends, it's all text communication. There are voice comms available, but pretty much nobody uses them. They're a little finicky, it's just not common to get into voice comms on League of Legends. You can link your Discord beforehand and hope that people jump on, and that is a good strategy as well. But for the most part, there's just not natural person-to-person interaction except through text. And there's only so much relatability you can exude. There's only so much connection you can make via text. And so the power of a game like Counter-Strike is almost everybody is on voice comms, everybody's talking. And so I can queue up, be with 4 random people, and most likely we are speaking voice to voice, person to person. And this allows for a couple of things. It really allows for them to get a sense of my personality and see that I'm chill, I'm not flaming anybody, I'm not being a jerk, I'm just a friendly dude playing game. The other thing that allows is for us to really build relationship, really interact and be funny and be fun. When you're having to type on other games, it just doesn't happen like that. Whereas in this game, you're really interacting over the course of a 30-minute game. And so what I've discovered is that I build real relationship with the people that I'm queuing with over 30 minutes. And oftentimes, if I then at the end, or even through the course of the game, just lightheartedly, like once we've built some rapport and we're cool and everything, and I say, hey guys, I do happen to be streaming. It'd be super cool if you wouldn't mind supporting, if you want to hop in, or sometimes I'll wait till the very end of the game and I'll invite them to re-queue with me, and then I'll be like, hey guys, by the way, I've got Discord. You guys want to just hop in Discord and make it even easier? I'm also streaming. I've built this rapport and a relationship, and by the end of the game, they want to jump in. And at this point that I'm at in my community, a vast majority, something like 85-90% of the people in my community, I met through Counter-Strike. It's not that all of my subs and all of my followers are people I know in real life. In fact, the vast minority of them are. Most of the people are people I met through Counter-Strike. And what I've discovered is, now that we built that relationship, they're in Discord, and almost all the time we're now playing with one another. I'm queued up with 2, 3, even 4 guys, and we're playing with one another. And if there's 2 or 3 of us and we're all interacting and we obviously know each other, then the other randoms want in. They want to be a part of the community, and they're able to jump in and be a part. And so I tell you all this not to say you have to play Counter-Strike. It's the way to grow your stream. But simply to say, be strategic with the game you pick if you want to grow somewhat quickly. If you're gonna play a single player game, I don't think that that's a problem. I'm not saying you can't grow on Twitch that way. I'm just saying that for me, playing this multiplayer game with voice communication that allowed for really good interaction and communication is what has built my community to the point that it's at. And so I would really encourage you to strategically think through the games that you like, that you enjoy, and see if any of them have something like this that you can capitalize on and utilize to build your stream. Now, I know I said there were 3 main things, but I just want to touch on something really quick. When you get people that begin to jump into your community, I really encourage you to invest in those relationships. It's easy to feel like, well, now I need the next one. Now I need the next one. Cool, they're in. Now I need to move on to the next person. But what you really need to remember is these are people that are investing in your stream. They're taking the time to interact and communicate on Discord, to follow your stream. Eventually, once you hit affiliate, some of them are taking the time to subscribe. These are people that are investing in your potential future in this industry, your potential future in streaming full-time and streaming part-time and having some income from it, whatever it is. These are real people. These aren't just numbers. These aren't just follower counts. I daily almost remind myself how much of a blessing it is, how just mind-blowing it is that I have all of these people now that are a part of this community that I'm building, that are my friends at this point. These are relationships that I care about now. These are people whose lives I care about. These are friends. This is a community that I'm building, and a community that I'm investing in, that I want to see succeed and grow, not only so that I can stream full time, but so that they can be enriched by having relationships with one another and maybe be enriched by having a relationship with me, and I definitely have been enriched by having relationships by them, or with them. And so I would really encourage you, invest in the community that does start showing up. They matter. Every number on the screen, every little pixel actually is a representation of a person behind that screen, and they actually matter. And I don't know it yet because I'm not a massive streamer or anything, but I just believe that that sort of mindset is going to matter and win out in the long run, and it's why it's the mindset I am choosing to adopt. Now, I just want to touch on a couple of things that I could have done differently, could have done better, could have done earlier. Now, obviously, all the things I already talked about, it would have been better to do them even more, right? Immediately have a Discord up, immediately have all these things going. But a couple of things that I could have reprocessed in my brain. One of them is consistency. Early on, I was changing my schedule all the time. I was on at different times. I didn't want to commit to a specific schedule. It was hard to because of life and things. And that's understandable if you just have a work situation that's always adapting and stuff. But as best as you can, create a schedule and stick to it as much as possible. That way, the people in your stream know when you're going to be around. I don't know that there's a best time to stream necessarily, because really the best time to stream is the time that you have the time and energy to do it. So I'm not saying you have to do it in the mornings, you have to do it in the evenings, you have to do it on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you have to do it on Saturday, Sunday. None of that. You just need to pick what works for you and do your best to be consistent and diligent with it. It may be that you get your work schedule at the beginning of the week and then you set that week's streaming schedule, but whatever it is, do your best to communicate when you're gonna be on to your community that's growing, and then stick to it, because they will be there, right? If you build it, they will come, kind of thing. And I wish I had done that much, much earlier. The other thing that I wish I had done earlier is just be totally open and transparent that this is what I'm doing, that I'm streaming on Twitch and having a good time. I waited a long time to post, like on Instagram and places where people who weren't in the gaming world, followed me, and relationships that I had outside of the gaming world followed me. I waited a long time because I felt kind of embarrassed that I was doing it for some reason, which there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm doing something I enjoy and something that makes me happy. And now I'm investing in community and people that I care about. And so I would just encourage you, don't wait. Because when I began posting that this is what I was doing and being just open and honest about what I'm doing and what my life looks like and what I'm having fun and this hobby that I hope can be a career that I'm investing in, it just was this weight lifted off that it's like, there's nothing to hide. This is just cool. I'm just having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the relationships I'm making. And there's no reason for me not to talk about that. The sooner you do that, the more authentic you will become, and you might just be surprised at the people in your everyday life that are actually interested in what you're doing and want to support you. So I know that was kind of all over the place. I hope that it was helpful for some of you. I hope that there was some information that, encourages you. I'm not saying I have all the answers. Obviously I don't. I'm small time, right? But I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I'm really passionate about the community that I'm building, and I hope that any of this could possibly help some of you out there. If you're at all interested in hopping in and being a part of this community, if you play any games, but definitely if you play League of Legends, Counter-Strike, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, whatever, if you're interested in any of that sort of stuff, hop into our community, or just hop into the Discord if you just want to be a part of an engaged community that's having a good time playing games together. Then all those links are down below. We'd love to have you be a part. Thank you guys for checking this out. Would really be grateful if you hit that like or that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one.